Welcome back to BTide, and let's directly get started with this aim offset thing because as of now we can basically move the character but cannot have we don't have an aim offset. Now, if you don't know, in aim offset it's just the body and the spine rotating when you look up and down. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to create a new function which will be responsible for replicating this rotation for the player. And I'm going to name this void replicate control rotation. And this will be running on the tick. So replicate control rotation. And then we will just create a new U property, which will be blueprint read write. Now we are giving the read write so that later we can play with it in the blueprints also. But for now, it's you can keep it read only, and that won't be an issue. And also edit anywhere. The category is Battle Royale course, and then the variable type is rotator because of course the rotation will have a variable type of rotation. Rotator. Replicated control rotation would be the name of that variable. Now in this take function, so let's go and let's make this variable replicated and remove this extra space, doesn't look good. Yeah, in this function we will go and create a definition for that, and we will just call this replicate control rotation from the tick of the player character. Now in this replicate control rotation, what we need to do is we will just check firstly if this has the authority or is a local controller. So if has authority or local controller is local controller, we will just make it, and then here we will get the replicated control rotation, that is the variable that we just made, which is named replicated control rotation, and we will set it equal to get controller, and then dash we will get the control rotation. Now this variable, that is the replicated control rotation, should only be replicated for one type of variable, that is except the owner, everyone should have the value of this. So we will get lifetime replicated props and replicate this with a condition. So that would be used do rep lifetime condition, and we will get the character and put the condition to be why is it here, bro? Yeah, we will put the condition to be to skip the owner because the owner already has the local variable, and that's why we made that check of if it has the authority. Now we'll just build quickly. The editor is open. Yeah, one more thing that you can check is always make sure that tick is enabled, because if that is not enabled, then the tick function won't run, and you will just ponder over why it was not working for your case, and it's working on my end. So always this primary actor tick should be enabled for the character class so that you can run functions of the tick and replicate this like this. Now let's open our blueprints. Let's open our NMBP. I already had that open. As you saw before I start recording, I always just check everything up. So open up the NMBP class and go to the event graph and create a new sequence and create a new variable which would be named aim rotation, control rotation, whatever you want to name it. I'm just going to name this character rotation, and this will be a rotator. Now make it a set and split variable. Now from the character that we have above, we will get the replicated control rotation, and we will also get the actor rotation. Now the actor rotation is already replicated by default, so we don't need to replicate that. So from the character, we will get the actor rotation. Yeah, and we will put a delta rotator in the Z here goes. Split it, and we will just need one of these values to go in the x delta rotator x, and that is the y axis. When that is done, drag the weapon variable. Now this transform modify bone will only be running when we have a weapon in hand, because this is done on a weapon thing. But if you want, you can put it over overall graph and it won't matter. Select the bone to be spine 03, that's the bone that has to be rotated with the body, and the rotation should be added to the existing. Now the rotation, let's go and drag it here, and that is it. As simple as, like, the easiest thing you would have done in this year. And now you can see the rotation is replicated on the client and the server, and both of them can clearly see what's the client up to. And I can shoot, and you can see the line traces also going in the right direction. That is it for this video. Meet you in the next one.